everybody, Carolyn here, and today we are going to be doing kind of a different kind of video. If you don't know, usually I update my entire K-pop photo card collection twice a year. I do it either at the end of the previous year, like in December, or in January, just kind of depending on how the year goes. This year I plan on doing it in December, and I usually also do one in like June or July, like halfway through the year. And this year I did not do a midway update, one because I spent the first half of this year not really like buying photo cards, not really working on collections, and so I didn't end up doing one, but I kind of wanted to do like a little Q4 update. Q4 refers to quarter 4 of the fiscal year. It's the last 3 months of the year, so October, November, and December. And I talk about Q4 because K-pop companies also go off of the fiscal calendar. So when you see news of like, oh, Stray Kids are going to make a Q4 comeback, like that's what that means, like sometime during that time frame. Anyways, that point aside, I thought it would be fun to kind of flip through 6 of the groups that I collect, like 6 of the major groups that I focus on in my sorting photo card videos, and kind of go through the binders, see what I'm still missing, and see if we can make like a realistic plan for the rest of the year. So yeah, today we're going to go through all 4 of my alt groups. So Stray Kids, Monsta, IVE, and Twice. And then we're also going to go through Zero Base 1 and ATEEZ, because those are 2 groups that I tend to focus on a lot in my sorting photo card videos. And those are 2 collections that I really want to focus on for the rest of the year. So yeah, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All of the supplies I use will be listed in the description box down below. You can use code Carolyn10 on Meow Cafe, Alt Bias, and Kpop Stationery for 10% off of your order if you like any of those products that I'm using in this video. Yeah, I'll do timestamps down below as well if you only care about like what I plan on doing for Stray Kids for the rest of the year, or what I plan on doing for Monsta X, and etc, etc. So it is still September when I'm filming this, but it is September 28th, which means that it's basically October. It's time to start planning for the last quarter of the year. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we're going to start with ATEEZ, and I don't think my camera is set up for photo card binders. We'll find out in a second, I guess. But we're going to start with ATEEZ, and the reason I'm starting with ATEEZ is because I'm going through ATEEZ 1, because I think there's a couple of cards I'm still missing in this binder, and also I feel like I've been very behind on ATEEZ for most of 2025, and I also am pretty close to finishing my ATEEZ collection and being caught up. I only collect Korean albums for them, so I know that they had a Japanese comeback recently, but like I don't collect for that. But I wanted to kind of go through Golden Hours specifically, because I am missing a couple of Golden Hour digipacks for both Hongjoong and Yuno. I think that's the only thing I'm missing from Golden Hour. I did do Polka cards. I didn't collect San for Golden Hour 1. I started collecting San Golden Hour 2 era. But I do have like obviously OT8 sets, and there are San photo cards there. Yeah, this was from merch that I bought. I haven't bought ATEEZ merch in a long time. Maybe I should do that next year, but I really would like to finish these Hongjoong and Yuno digipacks. These are like the North American press ones, so the ones with the brown back. That's why it's taking me so long to get them, because I'm looking for very specific cards here. Though I don't know how much I care anymore, because, you know, it's just kind of getting to the point where I'm tired. You know, kind of getting to the point where I'm tired. So anyways, these are from their summer photo book. These are so cute. And then I have a couple of other OT8 sets in here. I don't think I'm missing anything else, but I wanted to double check. Yeah, I just have this random San card that I got in a sponsorship at some point. So I don't think I'm missing anything else really back here. Maybe. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, we're not really missing anything else back here. Oh my god, my Rise collection. Well, I don't know when or if I'll be continuing that, but look at Sungchan. I forgot he was back here. Oh my god. Hi, Sungchan. Anyways, let's move into ATEEZ 2. Okay, so ATEEZ 2 is where I feel like my ATEEZ collection needs the most help. So going into Golden Hour Part 2, that's where ATEEZ 2 starts. I have all of the album cards here that I wanted. I'm missing 2 digipacks. There were no difference in the backs for digipacks for Golden Hour 2. So I think I have a couple of Yunos on the way, but I don't think I have any Hongjoongs on the way. So I would like to finish the digipacks for Golden Hour 2. These are the Polka cards. I would also like to finish these Polka cards because I am so far behind on these. Like I feel like I have barely any. But that's all done. This was the set I collected OT8 for, the Toast cards, and then the Target set. I'm still missing Mingy's Target. I would like to get that before the end of this year. Moving into Golden Hour Part 3, Part 1, the the Lemon Drop version. I'm missing this and this Sun, so I'm hoping to get those cards. I did find a trade like literally an hour ago for this Seonghwa and this Sun, so I'm just missing Chongho from this set. This is the US exclusive set, so I would like to get Chongho before the end of this year to complete this set. Also, I'm missing 3 San cards from the In Your Fantasy version. So yeah, I'm missing his gummy bear card, his little sticker, and then also his cheek card, but I have his other cheek card. And then this, I would like to get this as well. I plan on doing a Neokyo haul, so I would like to get San's equivalent for this. And then for the poker cards, I'm getting really close to finishing these. So anyways, I'm probably gonna move these around at some point just because I don't love the combination of cards that are together, but that's not for this video. But I would like to get Yuno's Polaroid. There's a couple of other cards that I'm missing from the poker version still. But I have had a much easier time finding these than Golden Hour 2 for some reason. I don't really know why that is. But I would like to finish this, and I have a trade for this Polaroid on the way, so I will have that. But I really would like to just kind of be... Oh, I want Hongjung's equivalent of this card. So I don't necessarily need to finish this. This is just my extra, like, if I get extra cards for just Hongjung and Though in the future I may try to switch this to like my full line, Hongjung, and San. But for right now, this is what we're doing. I would love to be all done with Golden Hour by the end of this year. I think it's possible. I've definitely made a lot of progress in the past couple of weeks where I've really been focusing on like trading and selling off of like all of my extra stuff. So I definitely feel like that's possible. And then I feel like I'll feel so much better going into whatever is next for ATEEZ, like whatever their next comeback is. Hopefully they don't make a comeback for like a hot minute. but yeah, I would like to be fairly caught up with Golden Hour. I want to be done with Golden Hour by the end of this year, or at least before they make their next comeback. I would like to be done with Golden Hour. Just because I really like collecting ATEEZ, and I feel like Golden Hour was so overwhelming for me. And I just want to be like all caught up. That way I won't feel like as overwhelmed when a new album drops. I didn't collect any of the like crazy In Your Fantasy versions. I do think I want to try and get like 2 cards per member of the In Your Fantasy Polka version, just to like finish up that last page of Polka cards, but I don't want to collect fully for the In Your Fantasy version. So anyways, that's it for ATEEZ. Okay, next we're going to talk about Zero Base One. And Zero Base One are a temporary group. If you don't know, their contracts are set to expire January of 2026, which is really sad. But I also know that, like, while I want them to extend their contract, there is a very real chance that that will not happen. The group will disband. And that means that all of these people are going to go their own separate ways and start doing their own things. And I think I would love to, following a group post produce group is so hard for me. Like, following people is so hard for me. I know that I want to follow Matthew and whatever he does next. He's my bias. He's like one of my top K-pop biases. I love him so much. And that I definitely would love to keep collecting Gonok and Hanbin, but it really just kind of depends on like what they end up doing. Not really so much for Matthew, because Matthew, I feel like I plan to keep collecting no matter what. But the rest of my line, Gonok and Hanbin, I feel like I'm going to have to like see what they end up doing and see where they end up going. Just because it's hard. Like, if they were to like if Matthew, Hanbin, and Gonok were all able like to re-debut together, I will keep collecting them as normal. But if they're all going to be under different companies doing different things, that makes it a little more difficult. Similarly, if like say Gonok and Matthew re-debut together, like I'll keep collecting both of them because it'll be the same group, same timeline, kind of like that. And same thing with like if Hanbin and Matthew re-debut together, like I will keep collecting them like that. But if they all re-debut under different companies in different groups or as different soloists, like that's where it's going to get a little iffy for me, and I'm really gonna have to evaluate kind of like what I do moving forward. I hate that. I don't want them all to go their separate ways. I don't want them to all be under separate companies. Next time I stand a produce group, tell me to stand people who are under the same company, who have a chance of re-debuting together, because like, what the heck. For Zero Base 1 for the rest of the year, I would love to get Hanbin's film version. This took me so long to get these two. I feel like he's going to be really difficult, but I really want to get this card. I also want to finish all of these like extra things, like the clear film cards, the stickers, things like that. Like the circle cards and these clear film cards. And then at the bottom here, I wanted to do POB sets. So I would like to get some POB sets to fill out these pages. I think everything else in this binder is pretty much done though. Let's see, let's just do a little flippy through real quick. This is a bunch of like extra Matthew stuff. I don't know, it kind of depends on how the rest of the year goes. If I end up finishing like the rest of my Zero Base 1 goals, I might expand my Matthew like other stuff collection. I definitely do want to finish this page. I'm thinking about switching these to like my hollow white sleeves and just trying to get Matthew's last unit card from Timeless World. This is the Soul unit cards that they did as benefits. So that's really it for that. And I think I'm pretty much done with everything else in here. Yeah. Oh, I'm still missing Matthew's postcard for this. But everything else I have, I think. I decided... Oh, I only decided to collect OT3 for that. The photos I did OT9 of, but I did that. These film strips I also would like to finish. And then this is done as well. So yeah, there's nothing else back here. This is all Season's Greetings stuff and stuff that comes in like OT9 sets. So I'm not worried about that. But yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with Zero Base 1. The first binder is I just want to finish Cinema Paradise. I should have bought all of these random things like a while ago, but it was one of those things that I was kind of hoping that I could like trade for them, or like, I don't know, that I could get them from elsewhere, or somebody on Instagram would sell them to me for like really cheap or something, because they're just like extra random inclusions. Like, I didn't really want to go to Neokyo and buy them, but I think I am going to go to Neokyo and buy them. So that's it for Zero Base 1, the first binder. This binder I feel like I need to be very realistic with. This is my second Zero Base 1 binder, and that is because I haven't even started collecting their new album yet. Like, not at all. Like, their most recent comeback, I don't even own like a single copy of it yet. And so I'm feeling a little overwhelmed by how far behind I am. But I do think my main goals for the rest of this year like are to buy some copies of their new album. I do want to get some copies of Never Say Never. I want to get the OT9 Digipack version, and I want to get like the photo book versions and stuff, at least one copy of each of those, and also the Zeros version, etc., etc. I also for Blue Paradise, I want to finish Blue Paradise, so I want to get Matthew's Hide card. I'm missing the other two unit cards here, and then Matthew's Band-Aid. And then if I don't do all the keycap stuff, this has proven to be very difficult. I would like to do like another set of POBs as well at the bottom here. And then I'm missing a couple of Zeros cards. So I'm missing Jung, Ricky, and Gyuvin. I don't feel like any of these members are particularly difficult. Maybe Ricky, but I don't feel like I ever have any issues getting Jung and Gyuvin cards. So I might just go and buy those, but I'm only missing those cards. And then I'm missing Eugen's little square thing. Again, I was kind of hoping I'd be able to trade for it. I have an extra Gyuvin if somebody wants to trade for it. Or if you want to sell it to me for like, I don't know, a couple dollars. But yeah, I did not pre-order Zero Base 1's most recent album, Never Say Never, and I don't know why I don't say the name of it. It's called Never Say Never. The album's really good. I've been listening to it a lot. I absolutely adore the album, and I would love to talk about it more in like an unboxing format, but I think maybe there's like a Barnes & Noble or Target exclusive. Maybe I'll try to pick that up at some point, just so that we can like unbox it and I can talk about the album a little bit, because I'm in love with it. I think it's fantastic. So here is my larger inclusions. I'm also missing a couple here. So I'm missing Matthew here for the Lovesick. These aren't the Lovesick cards. These are the Lovesick cards. I'm missing Hanbin for this. And then I'm also missing Eugen for both. I don't have Eugen set up, but I am missing Eugen for both. So yeah, but also I'm missing Ricky. And then I'm missing Jung and Hanbin here for the postcards. So yeah, I would like to get started on Never Say Never. I haven't even really looked at a template for it because I've just been a little overwhelmed that I'm a couple eras behind for Zero Base 1. So that's why I've been like, let me just focus on Blue Paradise and Cinema Paradise, and then, you know, but I would at least like to have like the albums and like be making progress towards it, even if I'm not 100% done by the end of this year. I would love to be 100% done. I just don't think that's realistic, especially because like Monsta X, Stray Kids, Twice, IVE like have all been very, very busy in the second half of this year. And as we're going to get into in a second, those are like my priority groups. So like while I really want to make progress on ATEEZ and Zero Base 1, they are a lower priority than the other 4 groups that I just mentioned. So without further ado, let's get into those groups. Okay, we're going to start off with IVE because IVE are the youngest group out of the 4 alts that I have. Okay, so for IVE, I store all of IVE's cards in A5 wides. I store them in Meow Cafe A5 wides and then also Alt Bias's new A5 wide. I love both binders. I think they're both great. For IVE specifically, I'm going to flip through because people have requested like flip throughs of these collections, which is why I've been like flipping through them. ATEEZ 1, I didn't really do that because, I mean, there was no reason for me. I've shown that binder like 18,000 times. But anyways, for IVE, there's an extra page in here. Why did I not know there's an extra page in here? Anyways, the things you find when you flip through the binders. For IVE, I would really like to be caught up on all of their Korean album cards by the end of this year. I have a lot of merch stuff that I'm kind of behind on, and that is definitely a lower priority thing for me. I'm also going to reevaluate what I want to do for Japan for IVE because I feel like I don't have as much motivation to collect Japan for IVE compared to like other groups. Collecting Japan for IVE is kind of a lot. Also, IVE usually make like a Japanese comeback and then a Korean comeback right after. And I don't tend to buy like Japanese comebacks like that. I'm thinking about just collecting Ko moving forward, or maybe doing like one OT6 set, but kind of like how I did here for Wave. And then I did like, this is a Tower Records like Pop set. That was not expensive at all. I'm trying to get to the point where we like actually need to finish sets here, but oh my god, these cards are so cute. Everybody was so over this concept by the time IVE did it for like, I think this is a Make Star set, and Make Star was having everybody dress up and hold apples, and I was like, but I love it. But I really love it. So IVE Switch, I believe, is done. IVE Switch, yeah, has been done. Yeah, these are the Starship Square benefits that we're flipping through here. With Muse sets. Oh my god, these sets are so cute. But yeah, this is where we get into their most recent, not their most recent, but their Alive Japanese comeback. I'm wondering if these limited sets are so expensive and I just haven't picked them up yet. But also it's been a hot minute since I've done a Neokyo haul, so maybe we'll reevaluate on Neokyo, and then maybe moving forward I'll just do Ko. I don't know. I'm feeling behind on their Korean comebacks. Like, we still need stuff for IVE Empathy. I'm still missing 2 cards here, Ray and Wonyoung. I'm still missing Iso here. Like, I'm still missing Wonyoung here. And Ko here for the Loved IVE version. Oh my god, I love this Loved IVE version. But yeah, so I'm just kind of like thinking about that. These are the Starship Square benefits. And then I do want to get this last lucky draw as well that I'm missing for Ray. I'm missing the one where she has the heart lollipop. But yeah, I have an extra one of this Yujin, but nobody really seems interested in trading that. So instead, I think I'm going to sell this card, my extra one, not this actual card, and then just buy this. But I would like to be done with the IVE 1 binder by the end of this year. I think that is a big priority for me. Everything else, like, I can kind of take my time with more, but I feel like I'm ready to archive this binder. It's been ready to be archived. I'm just missing like a couple of photo cards here and there. So I'm hoping to finish at least like IVE Empathy soon, because yeah, it's been a long time coming for IVE Empathy. I cannot believe how many IVE photo cards I have also. I have so many. Let's flip through the merch binder real quick, and then we'll go into IVE 2. This is my IVE merch binder. So For this binder, I am behind on some trading cards and things, and I think I need to reevaluate like if I want to keep buying trading cards, or maybe I need to be buying more packs. But every time I buy IVE trading cards and I post my extras for trade on my trade sale Instagram, I have the hardest time finding trades for them, and it really gets old. It really gets old. I don't know if there's not a lot of dives who like trade IVE photo cards, or maybe Instagram's algorithm just sucks. It could be a combination of both of those things. But you're like, oh, Carolyn, you have all these sets complete. And it's because I do end up like just buying a lot of these cards and then selling my extras. And I wonder if that's just kind of what I need to do. For these are the Show What I Have Encore sets. I'm missing Wonyoung here, which I actually think I have a trade for this Wonyoung, maybe? I have a trade for one of these cards. There's 3 cards here. I have a trade for one of them. And I can't remember which one. I feel like it might be this Yujin, actually. But anyways, I'm missing 3 cards here. I have all the message cards because Starship only did 3 sets this time, including the message cards, which we're kind of grateful for. And then this is from IVE Scout, which was their fan con. And I'm missing a couple of the selfie cards, and I wonder at this point if it's easier for me to just buy the selfie cards. Like I'm missing Ray and Yujin, and they're not Wonyoung. Like Yujin can have pricey cards, but like Ray doesn't usually have super pricey cards. So I wonder if I should just buy the last 3 cards I'm missing, because I did finish both of the concept sets with just my pulls, or maybe I had to trade like 1 or 2 cards, but like I didn't have to trade a lot. And then I'm missing a bunch of unit cards, including like the OT6 card. So I wonder how expensive these would be to buy. I need to put down like what units these are, but anyways. And then these popcorn cards, I think I'm going to have to end up buying them. I pulled 4 Yujin. And so I think that's the last time I do things like that, like anything like, or at least buy the random packs. Because I was like, oh, I probably can pull like 4 or 5 of the members, and I pulled 3. So it was just kind of bad luck here. I do plan on getting IVE Season's Greetings again this year. I did complete their Season Greetings pop set pretty early on in the year, and I definitely plan to do that again next year. And then I did get their fan kit this year, which is really cute. Oh, I would like to get this card, this Liz card. There's 2 cards per member. I just want to get one of them just to finish this page. So I might do that before the end of this year. But for the most part, like the trading card stuff is going to be pretty low priority. I may do that in like January. I also feel like do I have IVE merch at my Korean address? I need to like consolidate my personal Korean address package, but I might wait till my Monsta X Make Star albums get there first, because I bought those. So anyways, let's move into IVE 2 now. All right, this is my IVE 2 binder. This is my Alt Bias My Collection A5 wide binder. First of all, I really want to get some standard size pages for this binder. They sent me 2 packs of the, I don't remember what exactly these are called. Do I have them nearby? I don't, but these are the outer pages. I would love to get the standard size pages just so that all of my fillers fit. I also am going to reorganize this because I don't like how it looks double-sided. But anyways, I want to buy like US albums. I do plan on buying some US albums this week. So I will have like 4, if I do both Barnes & Noble and Target, which I'm leaning towards just doing Barnes & Noble right now, I will have at least like 2 more pulls per version. Though I don't know, maybe I will try to do, because then I'll end up with 4 extra albums per version for the photo book versions, and that might help me kind of make some progress here. Digipack, I have trades for both these cards coming. Loved IVE, I think I'm gonna have to buy these cards, but that may be like a 2026 project or end of 2025 project if I come across them. Evil Cupid's gonna be the same way. I want to collect these cards, but it's gonna be like an end of the year, early next year thing, I think, for this collection. But I do want to be caught up on, I want IVE 1 to be done before IVE's next Korean comeback, and I do want to at least have made some progress on the photo book versions for IVE 2. So yeah, that's IVE. That's my plan for IVE for the rest of the year. Oh, I liked that snap of that magnet. Did you guys hear that? that's not going anywhere. Oh my gosh, I love this binder too. I want to get it in more colors. Okay, next we're going to go through Twice, and I'm just going to do my Twice 2 binder because there is nothing in Twice 1. And also, I think my plan by the end of the year is to archive Twice 2. So, I would like to be caught up with Twice. Twice are making a comeback. Also, I don't have my Chaeyoung albums yet. I am planning on getting them sometime this week. I don't know if I'm going to do a separate unboxing for Chaeyoung because I'm just going to get a couple of the photo book versions and collect the photo book version cards. But Twice are also making a full group comeback or releasing a new album for their 10th year anniversary very soon. So we definitely will be partaking in that. Up until that, that's coming out very soon, actually. But I would like to make some progress on Twice 2. I would like Twice 2 to be done by the end of the year. I would like to have archived Twice 2. I'm not missing a ton, though I am a little farther behind than I would like to be. And also, we have had so much Twice content recently. Like, we have had so much Twice, like so many Twice albums. So yeah, I'm a little farther behind than I would like to be on Twice right now. Somebody mentioned that I should take out like my solo, like Jihyo, Nayeon, Tsui, like these cards and put them in a separate binder. I kind of like everything to be in chronological order for Twice though. And I'm fine starting a Twice 3 binder. I have a Twice 3 binder ready to go for Twice. I just don't feel like super thrilled to be starting that when I still need like strategy photo cards. I finished the digipacks. I did buy get the last 2 Chungyeon cards from trades that I was missing. I was missing her selfie and her pop, so I do have those. For this, I would like to, I don't remember what this version was called, but I would like to finish this. I've seen these on Neokyo for not too expensive. I think I could buy quite a bit of this in like bundles, and then also I think it's time for me to just buy the US exclusive cards that I'm missing. I think these are Target cards that I'm missing Chungyeon and Jihyo for. And then these are the Nemo cards. I did just find a trade for this Dahyun this morning, so that's fun. So I'd like to get these last 3 cards. I have all the Sanas. Jihyo can be kind of expensive, but like I have all of Sana's cards. And that's usually the thing that I struggle with the most. So I would like to finish those. I would like to get this Jihyo Barnes & Noble card. And then I was going to do like another set of pops, but I don't know. I might reorganize that. And then, yeah, for This Is 4, I'm missing just a couple of cards left. And I really don't want to buy them, but I found this Momo. This Momo's on the way. There's a couple of cards that are pending here. But I really want to finish This Is 4 fairly soon. I don't know if I'm going to finish it before October 10th. I mean, obviously, like, the digipacks are going to take me a hot minute to do. I do want to own all the digipacks, and I don't own them, so I really should just buy an OT9 set of the digipacks, see what my pulls are like. I don't think they would come with the POB cards at this point. And then maybe I could find bundles on Neokyo too of like the members I'm missing. That's a thought. I think I'm going to try to do that. And then I don't know what I want to do for the confetti version. So this page might be like this for a little bit because I don't know. I'm going to look up confetti version prices. And if the photo cards are expensive and they're hard to get, then like that's that. I might keep Mina and just get like my bias line, like Jihyo, Sana, Tahyun, and just like do that. And just reorganize this page like that. And then also I want to finish these last 2. I need these last 2 standees. I'm missing Jihyo and Nayeon for the standees. So I'd like to get those. And yeah, I don't ever want to do Barnes & Noble stickers again. I hope Twice never does Barnes & Noble stickers again, but that's kind of my plan for Twice for the rest of the year. I would love to be caught up with strategy, and This Is 4. Like, I am not missing that much from strategy. I think I've just been a little overwhelmed by like how many members I'm missing for like this version. But maybe it won't be that bad to find cards for sale for these. Same with like the digipacks. I like kind of missed the golden window for digipacks for This Is For. I need to buy digipacks for the new album because one thing about me is I have learned that if I don't buy the digipacks before the album comes out, I'm going to be very behind very quickly. So anyways, definitely going to pre-order that and then buy albums on release day as well for Twice. But yeah, that is it for Twice for the rest of the year. Okay, next we're going to do Stray Kids. This is Stray Kids. Is this their third binder? Or Stray Kids 4? Anyways, this is the Stray Kids binder. This has Hop and Karma in it. Stray Kids are also planning on making a Q4 comeback, so we have to keep that in mind when going through these goals because we have another like album to think about. Just like with Twice, I have to be realistic, but also like we have another album to think about. JYP is just going crazy this year, man. Crazy JYP. Okay, so for Hop era, I have everything. I have everything except for I have the Minchan unit card. That's the most important thing. I have at least one Minchan unit card. Maybe I have 10. Don't judge me. It's fine. But I have everything except for these last two Nemo cards. And I really should have looked at this before Karma came out because usually what I would do is I would buy these cards before Karma got released and I would be completely done with Hop. But that did not happen. These are Barnes & Noble, Walmart, Target, and then the pop sets that I collected for this era. These were my freebie cards from my group order. So cute. This was the back of them. And then these were my Dominator freebies. I also put these in here because they kind of go with... Well, we didn't get a Dominate mixtape physical album. So this exists for that because it has all 4 units. Anyways, Karma. I'm less worried about finishing Karma completely, though I would like to be done with the Hooray and Ceremony versions. If we don't finish the Karma version, it's like whatever. Like I'm not gonna have enough Karma limited albums to finish this, but I think I'll be kind of close. I think I'll have like 4 from my group order. So like we'll be kind of close. We'll be at 5 and 5 is basically 8. So it might be one of those things like I should have done for the Nemo version where like when they announce the comeback, I'm just gonna like throw those in a Neokyo haul and just finish them up. Accordion versions are coming from Korea. I would like to be done with the photo book versions, the accordion versions, the compact version. The majority of my group order is compact albums because they're the cheapest. I was afraid about tariffs and everything. So I did a lot of that. Skazoo, if I could be like close with the Skazoo albums, that would be great. I have 2 more coming from my local K-pop store. They opened a second round of pre-orders like for October 10th, I think is the expected arrival date for those. 2 coming from my group order, and now I'll have 5, and 5 is basically 8 though. Though I'm hoping, I really wanted to claim a little Bokari from my group order because I already have Leebit, so I would love to have Wolf Chan. And then, like, I really don't care. Like, if I could get a Quokka, oh my god, or like a Foxiny, or like the Puppy M that I have, or just any of them, really. I just want to end up with like a couple of extra Skazoos. Anyways, if I could be like decently finished with the Skazoo version, that would be fun. But like the Karma version, if I'm not completely done with it before they announce the comeback, like that's okay. It'll be okay. We will actually live. I did finish trading for the last 2 Walmart versions. I would like to get the 3rd Karma unit from my group order. I'm missing the Chongin and Tianjin one, and I think that will be fairly easy to get. It's 1 of 3, so I should be able to claim one of those for myself, I think. Hopefully. This is all done. This Make Star set I'm getting as a full OT8 set. This is my accordion version that I bought. These 2 sets, I do have Liebit and Wolfchan claimed for this, but I didn't buy like a full OT8 set like I normally would just because there was so much going on. And then the HMV cards I would also like to have. So I don't know if those pop sets will be done. I'm not really... The Everline ones are kind of expensive. So like if I feel like HMV is not that bad, but Everline is kind of expensive. So if I could be like kind of close if I don't finish these pop sets by the next era, like, it's okay. We're all gonna be okay. We actually will make it. We actually will survive. And accordion, large inclusions, skazoo large inclusions. Accordion ones I would like to be done with. Skazoo ones I am less concerned with. I like the skazoo cards and stuff. I'm not that concerned about that. But yeah, I really like the way that these turned out. This is really pretty. I still need to put fillers in for this, but anyways, for the signed postcards, I do have trades for, I have a Changbin on the way, and that's the last member I wanted to trade for this era. So yeah, I do need to put these, like, secure these better in these pockets. They are moving around quite a bit, which is annoying me. And then the only other thing is my Stray Kids Pop binder. I'm not worried about the Minchan non-album binder. I've taken a little bit of a break from that the past couple of months. I do plan to get back into it, but it's just not a priority for the rest of 2025. We'll probably get back into it next year. The only other thing I guess would be my Hop and Karma Pop binder. So let me go grab that binder. Okay, this is the only pub binder that, like, is missing cards for Stray Kids, which I feel like is great. I kind of want to reevaluate what I'm doing for Hop because I cannot be 2 eras behind in Pops again. It just, like, will drive me crazy. And so I think I'm going to limit how, like, I have everything from Korea. I have all the Korean stuff. And, like, that's all fine and good and whatever. And I might end up doing, like, a couple of extra pobs here, but if they are expensive for, like, 3 members, then, well, I'm not missing that much. Now that I'm looking through this, I'm like, it's not that bad, right? We're missing KMS, Sony, JYP Japan, though JYP Japan for Karma is really expensive, so I don't know if it was expensive for Hop too, but maybe because it's an old era, it won't be that bad. HMV, Star River. If there's any more pobs than this that exist, don't tell me about them. I don't want to know. This is what we're collecting. This is what we're collecting. There's probably multiple rounds of KMS and Star River and things, and I'm just, it's fine. We're going to be okay. We're all going to make it through. If I don't have both rounds of Star River, I'll be fine. But maybe we will keep doing Changbin. I was going to say that maybe we'll just do Changbin for, like, the Korea stuff, and then I won't worry about the stuff I'm missing for Changbin, but, like, Changbin is an easier member to buy. Like, he's not an expensive member. His cards are really cute. He has blue hair this era, so, like, in Hop era, so we love that. Everything that's in here, I'm just doing Libet and Wolfchan. So obviously I don't have any of this stuff because my group order is still in Korea and I need to get it out of Korea. Trust me, I'm trying. I ended it with the fans pre-listening card here. I might move these around once I actually physically have the cards on hand. But I want to add at least a couple more things here. I want to get all of Min Chan's cards where Chan has blonde hair and I almost called him Min Chan. Chan has blonde hair and Lino has blue hair. So I do want to have, like, all of the cards where they have that colored hair at least. And then everything else, like, there's a lot for this era, so we might come back to that later, but I would like to have, like, the blonde and blue Min Chan cards at least. There are other things I want from Karma era rather, but that is my main priority. This binder will look a lot better once I get my group order in because I have all of these things. These things are all secured. They're all on their way from Korea. Yes, it's a lot of pobs. It's gonna be a big package. I'm a little afraid for what U.S. Customs is going to think about it, but it's going to be fine. I think it's going to be fine. But that's really my plan for Stray Kids for the rest of the year. It kind of depends also on what this new album that's coming out in the 4th quarter looks like. Like, if it's a Christmas Evil situation where I just really want a Christmas album, first of all. But if there's, like, there weren't that many cards for Christmas Evil era, there weren't that many pre-order benefits, like, there wasn't that much going on in that era, maybe we'll be okay. But I don't think we live in a world where a Christmas Evil album could exist anymore. Like, the amount of pobs that we got that era, the amount of versions we got that era. Like, if Christmas Evil came out in 2025, there would have been member versions. Can you imagine little Santa Claus member versions? JYP, why did you not hire me for your creative team? I want little Santa accordion versions now. Wait, hold on. Can you imagine? Okay, I'm gonna think about this too long. We need to move on to Monsta X before I think about this too much. Okay, last group we're gonna do is Monsta X. And Monsta X, there are many binders I could show you. I could show you the Kihyun special binder. I could show you the Changyun Korean albums solo binder. I could show you the random Kihyun photo book pobs that I'm still missing from him. I could show you the non-album merch binder for OT6. Like, there's so many binders I could show you. And there are so many things that I feel like I'm always working on for Monsta X, and maybe my priorities will change a little bit, but I do think my goal for the rest of 2025 for Monsta X is to work on, I almost called it in the front, is to work on the X. And I say that because when Monsta X made a comeback back in the day, like back in the day where they didn't come back at the same time as a bunch of other groups that I collect, and they didn't have 1,500 US exclusive cards, I would have bought way more Korean albums than I did this era. I bought from Starship Square. I would have bought from Starship Square. I would have bought, well, I did buy from Starship Square. That's like the only thing I did. I bought one round of Make Star out of like 3 rounds, like one extra set of pobs that a K Monbebe was reselling. But realistically, I would have purchased way more albums than I did. I bought a lot from the US, so it feels like I bought a lot of albums, and I did buy a lot of albums, but I didn't buy a lot from Korea, and I think that's stressing me out, though it shouldn't. But I'm just a little overwhelmed. I do want to finish all of the album cards by the end of this year. I want to have all of these album cards that are on screen here that I'm missing. I'm not missing too many. I'm missing Minhyuk and Hyungwon's entire set, so pray my Korean albums have Minhyuk and Hyungwon in them, because what? So anyways, yeah, I'm missing a couple of XX albums or XX pulls. I'm missing a bunch of unit cards still. I just would like to have all of this done. I would like to have all the US exclusive stuff done as well, because that's going to get harder the longer we wait. So I have a bunch of things pending. I'm really just missing these 2 Kihyun cards. So I would like to try and get those fairly soon. And this I have a pending trade for, and this I have a pending trade for. So it's really just like I have to wait for these to come in, these 3 cards, and then buy these probably. Realistically, I'm probably going to have to buy them. And then the Target Message card and Hello 82 date card. I have both of those coming. So yeah, we're going to pray that Starship doesn't do anything weird in my package and they just give me everything that's on this page here, and on this page here, because that's what I'm betting on. And then I would like to, what's a realistic thing? Because like, look at this. What is a realistic thing for me to do for the rest of the year? Something for me to focus on for the rest of the year. I'd like to get as far as I can. Realistically, I would like to do Kihyun. I think that's a good priority, is to like get Kihyun's lucky draws. I have some of these. I have these 4 claimed already, and then like I don't think Soundwave and with me, or like whatever, like the Dingo cards I don't think will be that hard. These cards I think are going to be kind of expensive. They're going to be kind of difficult to find. Olive Young, I don't know. I don't know what to expect from Olive Young lucky draws. You know, it's kind of my first time dealing with Olive Young. Not my first rodeo with Mew and Soundwave, right? Like I've done that before. This looks like a lot more than it actually is. So that would be a good thing. I have this set. This is the set that I bought for myself. I also have whatever their Clover set is. I can't remember what that store was. And I guess just trying to get as far as I can. I would like to be pretty close to being done before Monsta X make another comeback. I don't think they're going to make another comeback until like early next year. Like I don't think we're going to get a Q4 comeback from Monsta X. That doesn't sound realistic at all. So I think we're going to be okay. They're also doing Jingle Ball at the end of this year. I also assume they're going to announce a world tour at some point, and they're going to do their Soul Stop at some point at the end of this year. That's kind of my theory for that. So yeah, I don't think we're getting another album anytime soon. I do think they will release a new album at the beginning of next year. And I think my goal for like before that happens is to be done with this, or mostly done with this. But like I said, I usually buy more of these things. And so the fact that I don't really have any of this on the way is just kind of stressing me out a little bit. But it'll get easier as people who did fan signs get their stuff in the mail. It will get easier to find these things. But we need to set a little nest egg aside for Monsta's next comeback, because I feel very behind with this. And it's going to be fine because collecting's not a race and whatever, but I just like kind of wish that Monsta had come back at a better time, or Stray Kids and Monsta and IVE hadn't all come back at the same time, which is not Stray Kids' fault. It's mostly Starship's fault, because why were IVE and Monsta so close together? Anyways, it makes me feel better that I have so much of the US stuff done. Like, this is the stuff that's easily accessible to me as an American. So like the fact that I've made progress on this is fine, and that's good. It's just the stuff overseas, right? It's just that stuff I still have to get for them. At least my fillers are cute, right? At least my fillers are cute. And then for the large inclusions back here, I would like to be done with these large inclusions. So all of the photos I would like to be done with. Somebody commented on my sorting photo card video today saying that Changyun's signature is like impossible to find. So that's super fun. Would like to find a trade for that. Would like to get that at some point. And then also Juhan's bookmark. And that's it. There's nothing else back here. But I think my main goal for the rest of this year, I'm going to get some stuff in from their 10th anniversary. I'm going to get some stuff in for their fan con that they did. ConnectX, and I'm gonna have trading cards for that, and I think I would like to try my best to finish the trading cards, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna buy any like trading cards or anything from Monsta this year. I will finish that in 2026 if I don't. Also, this doesn't include Kihyun's broadcast cards, though I do have a lot of them except for the whatever the last one is. It's from the unknown version. That broadcast card. I don't have that one, but I do have the others. So, I mean, it's actually doing better at broadcast cards than I was expecting to for this era. I've really been on top of it. That's really been like a high priority, like will break all of my no spending rules for a Kihyun broadcast card. Like really, truly will. But yeah, I would like to be all caught up with this fairly soon. But yeah, we'll just kind of have to see what prices are like and everything. And like I said, there's other things that I'm working on for Monsta all the time, behind the scenes things, like other cards that I still need. And of course, Wano will make a comeback at some point in the next couple of months. So that also is something I have to take into account. And Wano is like, I really gotta be on top of buying Wano Pobs, because not even just for fan sign reasons, like, but I do want to do a fan sign with him. It's just like, Wano Pobs are so hard to rebuy later, at least with Monsta. Like, there is a higher amount of Pobs that circle around, but for Wano, I feel like it isn't like that. So I really do need to focus on like Wano Pobs as well. Also, I wanted to make this a Chungi page, and I have not pulled that unit at all. Anyways, that's my little flip through of my alt group / ATEEZ and Zero Base 1, kind of my plans for the rest of this year. Let me know if you think I can do this in the comment section down below. I'm gonna feel optimistic about it, but it is a lot of stuff. And also, it's not the end of the world if I don't finish this stuff by the end of the year. If I end up doing like a big haul in January, it's fine. Everything's gonna be fine. But I would like to make some solid progress on all 6 of these groups before the end of the year. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I do hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye-bye.